This weekend, I am going to be a little absent. I'm going to be doing a small little convention in Ontario, so I will not be available during the weekend for any big news that drops. But we do have two segments here recorded. I'm going to be posting one on Saturday and one on Sunday, and hopefully nothing too crazy happens over the weekend. So you'll have to wait until late Monday or Tuesday for anything new from the podcast. But we have some stuff here to discuss, so let's jump into it. So, Transformers Cyberverse and those scouts that were leaked, at least in list form online, have finally surfaced. So this information that we discussed previously was actually real. We have a Scout class Ramjet, a Scout class Dead End, a Warrior class Stealth Force Hot Rod, a Warrior class Cybertronian Bumblebee, a Warrior class Cybertronian Megatron, and of course we have a bunch of ultra scale stuff, and those we already saw images of them from San Diego Comic-Con. So let's jump into these one at a time. So first we have Scout class Ramjet, and it's a brand new mold. But unfortunately, because it is the Scout class, it does not completely transform. It just has his cranium crush gimmick, which it's going to look like, I guess, I don't know, it looks like his upper mode just kind of jostles at you. What's kind of unfortunate is even though he's supposed to be a cone head, it seems like they kind of had to shave off the top of the cone for safety reasons. And as a result, he's kind of, a flat cone head. But I mean, hey, it's a brand new mold. They could probably repaint the hell out of this. And we'll end up getting a thrust and a dirge at a different point. So we have at least we have our Ramjet in this case. Next one here is the Scout class Dead End. Now, first thing I want to point out that caught my attention right away with this before anything is if you look at the face of the character, he has a very The Fallen kind of grilled mouth face, and specifically like The Fallen, how he looked in the IDW comics and how his titanium toy looked. And he continues to have that kind of look and face in his bottom art there with the sonic uppercut. But when you look at his art on the top of the card back, he has a more traditional, like, humanoid looking face. So I wonder if that was a mistake in the art department, how he was supposed to look one way and then another. Is it a character related thing, how he has like maybe a battle mask or a second kind of mode? Time will tell. So as it is, it's hey, it's a car, I guess. It looks like he turns into some kind of Lamborghini. The original Dead End, obviously, it turned into a Porsche. So this one, as I kind of was thinking, oh, maybe it's going to be a repaint of Jazz. No, he's his own original mold. He kind of looks like a Lambo, even though he doesn't completely transform into one, because once again, these scouts kind of half transform. And he's red and yellow. I swear, when I first saw like these images and I looked at it quickly, I thought it was like a Firestar figure, because he kind of has that Firestar kind of like the red, the light pink, almost light pink on the white of the chest, and then the yellow face. So kind of interesting. Let's get into the Warrior class. So Stealth Force Hot Rod. I made a Photoshop of this before we even knew what this thing looked like when I did the segment, and I'm surprised just how close it pretty much is to the Photoshop. So yep, it's black repaint, yellow joints, red emblem, and that's it. It's a evil black repaint. Not an evil black repaint, just a black repaint. And the only thing it says on the back here, it's the stealthy, daring hero. So does it have anything to do with the story? Is it something to do with anything that's going to be in Season 3? We don't know. Could be just a straight-up repaint. Then we got the Cybertronian Bumblebee. Now what this is this is a retool of the traditional Warrior Bumblebee toy, giving it some new parts and a new head to pretty much give him a much more Cybertronian kind of look. Almost looks like a Bel Air in a lot of ways, like the old Bel Air cars from Chevy. So, hey, you got a Cybertronian Warrior Bumblebee from the less than desirable Warrior class. And then we have Megatron, and Megatron is also yet once again a retool. Has now the mace, fusion mace, and he has more of a Cybertronian kind of tank mode, if you will, as opposed to his traditional tank mode. And that's about it. And he also ships with a Soundwave, but the Soundwave is going to be a repack. It's not a remold in any shape or form. So we finally have a look at these. We finally know what they look like. Of all of these, obviously, I'm going to probably end up getting that black hot rod. So that's here and or there. That's going to be happening. But the rest of them, I don't know. Maybe that if we don't get a decent Cybertronian Bumblebee, that might be the only way to get that version of that character in the future. But the fact that that deluxe Build-A-Figure wave exists, the fact that it exists makes me want to wait out picking up some of these characters. You know, like I picked up some of those scout classes when the line first came out because I just didn't know if we'd get anything better or if some of the female characters would get any better toys. I mean, I picked up not too long ago Shadow Striker, and I picked up her I guess you could call it the scout class, and even though it's like a legend scale. And I only picked that one up just because she just doesn't have anything better. She has an ultra class that's terrible, that just doesn't meet the same aesthetic as it does in the show. It's too bulky. So, I mean, right now a scout class is the only Shadow Striker toy I have, and I hope she gets a better one down the line also. So let's just hope. But, I mean, let me know what you think of these guys. Let me know what you think of Ramjet, of the repaints, of the retools, and if you're hyped for any of this stuff.